Okay, so the adverts that I'd say recently that stick in my mind are one with the man in the gorilla suit drumming for Cadbury's. That sticks in my mind because it's so like radically different from everything else. It automatically sticks in your head, even though it's not immediately obvious that it's for Cadbury's. I still remember the product placement. I think it's very well done. Another advert that sticks in my mind is the one for the new series of Skins. Although I've never actually watched the show, the advert does make it look very interesting, with like the destructive party and stuff. And I think that maybe has encouraged me to watch the show a bit more. A good advert, really, if it affects me, it will make me want to ask my friends whether the thing the advert's for is good or not. I won't immediately just go on the advert's promises that whatever it is good. I'll usually try and get a recommendation from someone else, either like a friend or the internet, so it doesn't automatically affect me. Yeah, so that influence adverts, they can influence how I feel. If it's a bad advert, especially, that will influence me not to buy the product at all, not even ask about it. If it's a good advert, I'll ask about it. I'd say it's a bit patronising to say adverts make a difference to how much unhealthy food I eat. I think that's, maybe it would make more sense for younger children, but free toys or whatever doesn't really appeal to me. Just because I see the food on the TV doesn't necessarily mean I want to eat more of it. I'll just eat what I want whenever I want. There's nothing about adverts that I find particularly offensive. I don't really like it when they're really patronising, or if it's an advert with views I don't really agree with. That can wind me up and that can stop me from buying the product. Also, adverts that really don't show what the product is and don't stick in your mind what the product is and don't really have anything to do with the product at all. You could say that'd be like the drumming gorilla, but I remember the product for that. Adverts, just random adverts, have to be, you still have to have a balance of showing the product, and I don't like that at all. I don't think there made much of a difference if there are no adverts at all. I hardly see any adverts as it is, so I block them all out on the internet. And it doesn't really affect me that much. But I have to say that sometimes if I see an advert for a product I haven't heard of before, it can encourage me to, look it up or at least do some research on it. So that can be helpful in some circumstances, but I really don't think it would matter that much if there's no advertising at all. Especially in the days of the internet. I certainly wouldn't say adverts are good for you, because they do is wasting minutes of your life. But I don't really think they're that bad for you either, because as I've previously said, they can show you new products that you may not have heard of, and that's about it really. I also think it's a bit unfair. I think advertising could be useful for small companies that people haven't really heard of yet. But I think the companies that pay the most for advertising are the ones that everyone already knows of anyway, like McDonald's and Pepsi or whatever. Okay. Yeah, that's about it, I think.